In the quiet, starry night of a small village called Nazareth, a young couple prepared for a journey that would change the course of history. Mary, carrying within her the hope of the world, and Joseph, her devoted husband, were about to embark on a trip to Bethlehem. What appeared as a simple compliance with a Roman decree held profound spiritual truths, woven into every step of their path. This journey wasn't merely about reaching a destination. It was a prophetic act, a fulfillment of ancient promises, and a message to all humanity. Before we dive deeper into their story, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and comment "God bless you" to share this message of hope and spread light in the world. ####, a divine decree behind the Roman order. The Roman Empire was vast, and Caesar Augustus's decree for a census seemed like another political move. But in God's plan, this was a divine orchestration. Centuries earlier, the prophet Micah had written, "But you, Bethlehem Ephrathah, though you are small among the clans of Judah, out of you will come for me one who will be ruler over Israel." Micah 5 verse 2. Mary and Joseph lived in Nazareth, far from Bethlehem. Without this decree, they might never have made the journey. The Roman edict was God's way of ensuring his promise was fulfilled. This teaches us that God can use even secular systems and authorities to accomplish his divine purposes. ###, the struggles of obedience. The journey to Bethlehem wasn't easy. Mary was heavily pregnant, and the trip spanned approximately 90 miles over rough terrain. It required both physical and emotional endurance. Yet, they obeyed without complaint. Their unwavering faith reminds us that walking in obedience to God often comes with challenges, but always leads to his perfect will. Mary's silence throughout the narrative speaks volumes. She didn't grumble or question God's timing. Her submission echoes her earlier response to the angel Gabriel. "I am the Lord's servant. May your word to me be fulfilled." Luke 1 verse 38. ###, Bethlehem, the house of bread. The name Bethlehem means house of bread. It was no coincidence that Jesus, the bread of life, was born in a place bearing such a name. This detail ties to another powerful truth. Jesus came to nourish a starving world, offering eternal sustenance through his life and sacrifice. Bethlehem also carries deep historical significance. It was the city of David, Israel's beloved king. Jesus, a descendant of David, was born there to fulfill the prophecy of the Messiah's lineage and to solidify his role as the eternal king. ###, the humility of the manger. Upon their arrival, Mary and Joseph found no room in the inn. The Savior of the world was born in a humble stable, placed in a manger, a feeding trough for animals. This act carries a hidden message of God's accessibility. Jesus didn't come for the elite or the privileged, but for everyone, especially the lowly and the marginalized. The manger also symbolizes how Christ's life would be one of service and sacrifice. From his birth to his death, Jesus consistently demonstrated humility. His arrival in such a lowly place invites us to reflect on our own lives. Do we welcome him with the same humility? ###, the role of the shepherds. The first to hear the announcement of Jesus' birth were shepherds. In Jewish society, shepherds were considered outcasts, yet they were chosen to witness the greatest moment in history. This choice reflects God's heart for the overlooked and the undervalued. It reminds us that his kingdom operates on principles that are often opposite to the world's expectations. The shepherds' response was immediate. They went to see the child and spread the news. Their faith and action challenge us to be bold messengers of God's love. ###, the journey's greater message. Mary and Joseph's journey to Bethlehem is a reminder of God's faithfulness. Every step they took, every hardship they endured, was part of a grander narrative that had been in motion since the foundation of the world. This story invites us to trust God's timing and plan, even when it doesn't make sense. Just as Mary and Joseph couldn't see the full picture, we often walk through seasons of uncertainty. Yet, we can be assured that God is at work, weaving our lives into His eternal story. As we reflect on Mary and Joseph's journey, we are reminded of the lengths to which God will go to fulfill His promises. This isn't just a story of a couple traveling to a small town. It's a declaration of God's love and sovereignty. Let their journey inspire you to trust in God's plan for your life. No matter how difficult the road may seem, His purposes are always for your good and His glory. And don't forget to check out our store in the first link of the description, where you'll find inspiring religious items to keep your faith close every day. Shirts, mugs, rings, and more await you. May this message encourage you to walk faithfully, trusting that God's hidden messages will one day be revealed in all their glory.